The history of democracy is a fascinating journey through time, reflecting humanity's evolving ideas about governance, liberty, and equality. Today on The Keep, we will explore the origins of democracy, its development through different historical periods, and its impact on contemporary political systems. Democracy, in its most basic form, is the system of government in which power is vested in the people, who rule either directly or through freely elected representatives. The concept has ancient roots, dating back to early civilizations, but it was in ancient Greece that the first form of democracy took shape. In Athens, around the 5th century BCE, the idea of democracy began to take concrete form. The Athenian democracy was a direct democracy, meaning that citizens participated in decision-making directly rather than through representatives. This was possible because Athens had a relatively small population compared to modern standards. Citizens gathered in an assembly to debate and vote on key issues. They also selected officials by lottery, ensuring that all citizens had an equal chance to participate in government. This early form of democracy was groundbreaking, but also limited. Not all residents of Athens were considered citizens. Women, slaves, and foreigners were excluded from political participation. Despite these limitations, the Athenian model laid the groundwork for democratic principles, emphasizing public debate and the notion of equality before the law. Moving forward to the Roman Republic, which existed from around 509 BCE to 27 BCE, we see another significant development in democratic governance. The Roman Republic introduced the concept of a representative democracy, where elected officials, such as senators and tribunes, made decisions on behalf of the people. Although not a democracy in the modern sense, where universal suffrage is the norm, the Roman Republic's innovations in political structure influenced future democratic systems. The idea of checks and balances, where different branches of government hold power over one another, became a cornerstone of democratic governance. The concept of democracy largely receded during the Middle Ages in Europe, as monarchies and feudal systems dominated. However, the seeds of democratic ideas were preserved and nurtured in various forms. In the 13th century, the Magna Carta, a crucial document signed by King John of England, established the principle that the monarch's power was not absolute, and that certain rights were to be protected. This document laid important groundwork for the development of constitutional law, and the idea that government should be accountable to the people. The Renaissance and Enlightenment periods brought renewed interest in democratic ideas. Philosophers such as John Locke and Montesquieu developed theories about the nature of government and the rights of individuals. Locke's ideas about natural rights and government by consent greatly influenced the development of democratic thought, while Montesquieu's theories on the separation of powers helped shape modern democratic systems. The American Revolution in the late 18th century, a pivotal moment in the history of democracy. The founding of the United States was based on democratic principles, with the Declaration of Independence asserting the right of people to govern themselves, and the Constitution establishing a system of representative democracy. The U.S. Constitution introduced a federal system of government with a clear separation of powers among the legislative, executive, and judicial branches, which has become a model for many democratic nations around the world. Following the American Revolution, the French Revolution further advanced democratic ideals, emphasizing liberty, equality, and fraternity. The French Revolution led to the establishment of the First French Republic and introduced the concept of universal suffrage, though it took several iterations and a century of political evolution before universal voting rights were fully established. In the 19th and 20th centuries, democratic ideas spread globally, influenced by decolonization and various social movements. Many countries adopted democratic systems, either through peaceful reform or revolutionary change. The establishment of democratic governments in regions previously under colonial rule marked significant progress in the global expansion of democratic principles. Today, democracy is a widely accepted form of governance, though its practice varies from country to country. In democratic nations, principles such as free elections, the rule of law, and the protection of individual rights are foundational. However, challenges remain, such as ensuring that democratic processes are inclusive, transparent, and resilient in the face of threats like corruption or authoritarianism. The history of democracy is not just a record of political systems, but also a reflection of humanity's ongoing quest for freedom, justice, and equality. From the direct democracy of ancient Athens to the representative democracies of modern times, the evolution of democratic governance continues to shape societies around the world. Understanding this history helps us appreciate the complex and dynamic nature of democracy and its vital role in shaping our present and future. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the history of democracy. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on historical and political topics. Until next time, good day.